So, a question that often comes up when investigating or researching estate planning is what happens if I don't have an estate plan, right? Say I don't get a will, say I don't get a trust. What will happen, right? What will happen to my assets, my kids? Who makes decisions for me? And the answer just kind of depends on what you got going on, your family scenario, whether you have kids or not, the types of assets that you have. But estate planning is the process of taking control of what you want to happen if something happens to you. Who gets what, how they get it, and who's there to take over in your absence. And when you don't engage in estate planning, you don't create a will, you don't create a trust or tools like that, we're relying on defaults to control instead. And in every state, there are rules of intestate succession. And so it's basically saying what the government, what the state law says should be your beneficiaries, your administrator, and what should happen if something happens to you. And so often that can be exactly what you want to happen, or it could be exactly what you don't want to happen. But it essentially will favor your kids or your spouse in equal shares and give them the authority to represent your interest in court. But they essentially will have to ask for that permission instead of being given that permission. So estate planning is the process of taking total control over what you want to happen after you're gone. In the absence of an estate plan, we rely on the state's law to be the substitute instead.